Pui non sommes mercredi parlant en français, je ne peux pas parler français pendant la français où allons je vis promenade dans la quartier ili septa ili Caesar ili septa. It was in between there, and parlant anglais because okay, today's vlog is gonna be an emotional one again. Rather than disappointment, I am very, very angry. Angry? Okay, no, furious? Angry, furious, disappointed. Yeah, you know what? All of them. I am fuming. That's the word. That's the word. All because today, wow, no, it is bad, alright? So all this while I cannot buy collectibles because of issues and stuff. And the worst thing is for the past because everything, so these are the stuff that they drop, right? It's all different days, and for the past 3 days, 3 drops, specifically these 3 drops, I, not to say lost money, but I wanted to flip, right? I want to learn how to flip, and technical error, just technical error. That makes me furious because if it's one time, okay, cool, totally understandable. You know what? That's fine. That's cool. That's great. But if it's twice, 3 times, yeah, I'm very, very angry. And to make things worse, so today we had Mickey Mouse drop, which I'm gonna show later, right? And I managed to get it, so it was great. It's like, yeah, finally got it. And then when I want to I put the money in, money goes through smoothly, but it did not update it on my account. And foolishly, right, this one I'm disappointed and angry at myself as well, is that I could have put in more money so that to force it to pop up and then buy the collectibles. Now, one might argue like, hey, why are you going to put more money if it doesn't show up, right? The answer is so this is a technical issue, is that the money actually went in, but it did not update or refresh when I want to buy. And usually it automatically updates, but it was a heavy load, so it did not. So lesson learned is put money in first, right? But then I don't want to put money in because if I don't get it, I don't waste money. And that's the problem. That is why I'm fuming. It's like, here's a car, example, here's a car. Alright, now I want you to pay. Then I say, okay, cool. Here's a check. And I just write down check. Boop, okay. And then he says, oh, your check bounced. I say, but impossible. I have the money. And then write another check. Okay, no, instead of writing another check and put it in, I take the check, went to the bank and says, hey, this check is good, and says, yeah, it's good, and then pass it back to the dealership or salesman or whatever it is, and they say, yeah, it's good, but we sold the car already. Ugh. Yeah, so that was why I'm fuming. And okay, so the reason why I'm fuming is because it's Mickey Mouse, it's a big thing, it's Disney. Number 2, it's also, I could have profit like $600 straight, right? And I say $600 is 600 US dollar. Now this is very important because the next portion of the vlog will make you realize how much money that I have been spending. And I knew I spent that much amount of money, but what I did not realize was the exchange rate. Ooh, the exchange rate is crazy brutal. Yeah, it's one of those things that I don't know how to explain. Right, it's anyway, being said, even though I'm angry, disappointed and furious and fuming, money can always find back. Alright, so that's the lesson for today. Sure, I missed out, sure, it's just bad, but like I said, money can always find back. So there you have it. Alright, the lesson is money can always find back. Money can also make people go cray. Yeah, that's well, I've been disappointed way too much. Luckily, right? I say luckily, I got all this shenanigans, right? Which is great, which is totally great, because for the average person, well, no, actually not really. For an average person, it should be like that. Fail to secure, lesson learned, move on. Because this is I think this is my second or third time having this issue. But see, the thing is, because both times have different results, and I kind of knew. Actually, no, I have a gut feeling when I press the refresh, something like that. I went and checked my account. I knew I would lose it. What I could have done was actually what I did in the first round, which is put the money in twice. Now, yes, putting in money in twice is dangerous, because now you overdraft. I mean, the easiest way to explain is overdraft. You don't want your credit card to go into overdraft mode. Okay, overdraft mode. You don't want to spend what you cannot what have you set the limit? Because I already set the limit for myself for that. It was like, okay, if I score it, I will buy it, but I should not, put too much money in. Something like that, right? Something. It's one of my strategy to keep myself in control when I spend on all these collectibles and stuff, alright? Especially the investment, which is very important, because it has to be a solid reason for me to put in or pump it up, something like that. Okay, that is why, I am angry and furious, because could have been 10 times the amount of money, 10 times. And like I said, it is in US dollars. Right now we are playing in US dollars, which is a big thing, because in Malaysia back then, US dollars is crazy. Like if I'm still in Malaysia, I would have never do the collectibles at all, because it's in a way impossible. Like, for example, the Mickey Mouse is $60, 60 US dollars times 4, that's 240 ringgit, excluding tax, because we have tax here, and it's crazy. Oh no, the tax. That's also another thing I need to talk about, because the collectibles. Right, today I'm gonna expand a little bit to it. So the collectibles that I buy has tax, because I purchase. So purchase is good and sales tax, and then if I were to take the money out, it would be another sales tax. No, that's rubbish. In my opinion, how the thing gets exchanged, it's rubbish. Like I'm gonna say wholeheartedly, but the price to pay to earn money, and I think that's how everybody wants to tax. That's the reason why I want to move into crypto. Yeah, actually one of the reasons why I want to move into crypto is because of interest rate is low, interest rates gets taxed. If my interest rate gets taxed, might as well just earn the minimum, not say earn the minimum amount, but use the money to not pay fees, financial fees, right? That's a win to me, in my opinion. So fee, that's great, and the rest of the money dump into Malaysia. Dump to Malaysia, earn some interest, but the problem is you want to bring Malaysian money to here, that's going to be an issue. So that's why I need to keep zero savings, zero fee savings thing, which I'm still researching, and I'm trying to navigate around this little interest rate taxation. Tax, man. Then again, you must be even bad advice. If you really want to avoid, it's not avoid, you want to pay as low as possible. Yup. Black duck. But yeah, I think that's about it. Anyway, so that's one disappointment and sad news for me for today. And of course, the next sad news is the virus has evolved. Omicron, whatever. Unicron, that's a transformer. Anyway, new variant came out. I have to force to cancel my Christmas trip. Yep, you heard it. I have to cancel my Christmas trip. Make sure everyone is safe, right? Again, money can fight back. Health, safety, number one. So on that news, I'm not so sad, because I can. Let's walk this way. I can exchange my air ticket into a flight voucher, so it becomes a voucher. So in a way I don't lose money. I think that's good, that's great, but I don't see money in my bank account. That's a bit sad. So whenever I want to use it, I'll use it. So that's that. It's in US dollars. Again, I accidentally buy in US dollars. Maybe on hindsight, I think everything is okay, right? You know what? I have a strong gut feeling that says, in hindsight, not traveling might be a good cause. Might be a good choice, might be a good cause, because something might happen and I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna put it this way. It is a good choice. When I say not good, can be many things. Financially bad, missed out certain opportunities. I don't know. But for every bad thing, or for every downside, okay, so like for example, I don't score Mickey Mouse. Yeah, sure, it's sad. I might get something else. I might get something in return. But see, I think it felt good. That's the human emotion that I need to learn and suppress a little bit. Is the human emotional need for an opportunity and greed. That's how I put it right there. The greed for opportunities. But yeah, it's you know, the chance, the hope, yeah, you know, that whole shebang. Okay, so that's for the investment, which I'm gonna close it with showing you my collection. Not say my collection, but what I've missed. And that's that. So traveling, yeah, could be something. There could be something. It's a food. Obviously, the virus is one big issue, but I think there could be many more possibilities. You never know, never know. Or maybe we are saving it up for better things. Okay, that's another tip, or another thing that we can look at it. And yeah, okay, so I think that's enough for the vlog for today. So we're gonna go back home, and I'm just gonna show you the Mickey Mouse. Okay? And see, the thing is, again, this not say gambling. I think this is part of the, not saying, okay, gamble is not the correct word anymore, because now it's not about gambling. It's the game of chance, the chance, the opportunity to get something. People will cling on when even though it's a slim chance. That's what a lot of people say, it's a slim chance, something like that, not impossible. And also very important is that even just because there's only a slim chance doesn't mean you have to give up. Okay, there are many philosophies behind all this thing, and that's why it's a very fine line between, is it a gamble or is it an informed risk, right? So in my case, it's half and half, right? It's a gamble to trust my intuition that I made the informed choice. Doesn't make sense, right? Doesn't make sense. Okay, so that's that. And lastly, before we go back, is that all this, not say all this, I did my budget, not say budget, I did my review more in depth for the past 5 months, including December, because I know December is a huge hit, because we put in $4,200 into an NFT that could potentially earn money. That's why I put an air quote, because I haven't seen any ROI yet, so therefore we are going to assume 0 ROI, which is bad. So when you buy this, you can get any of this tree. The one that you want is this guy, and this guy is 3,500. That's crazy. That is crazy. You know what? $60 straight away shoot up to 3,500. That's 6 times 5. That's 50 times. 50 times profit if I were to sell it. And of course, it's a Mickey Mouse. It's Disney. You're not going to sell now. Sure, it might be 3,500. It's 3,500 now. That's one thing. But it could potentially be tens of thousands. We do not know. It's like the gold rush, right? It's like buying a house. You bought a house back then in, let's say, part of, okay, let's say the suburbs. Let's say this is the suburbs, which it is. You bought this place, 100,000, right? 100,000 10 years ago. 10 years later, this thing becomes, let's say, the next downtown, because I can actually use Malaysia, because Malaysia I've seen some of the towns and it grows. Oof, the price just shoot. And not to say my parents did not do the informed choice of buying, because they have different priorities. That's totally cool. That's what I'm trying to teach myself as well. It's like, sure, what can I do to improve? But this is a whole nother thing for another vlog. I'm just gonna take too much time. So all these things are long-term hold. Long-term. Like when I bought my apartment, it's a long-term hold, right? And that's it. You know what? Too much of it. I'm gonna wrap it up. And that's it, because today is a sad day. I'm still fuming, I'm still sad, I'm still angry. I have all the emotional spectrum today. Yeah. You're too very domain, my friends.